So, you know, the economy's getting everybody down, right? Well, there's this couple. We'll call them Bob and Sally for lack of a better name. And they're kind of down on their luck, you know. They haven't worked in a while, don't know where the next meal's coming from. Well, Sally happens to be walking past like an outdoor market, and they've got some canned goods out there for sale, you know, on special. And she doesn't really have any money, and she sees a can of peaches there, so she grabs a can of peaches and kind of sticks it in her bag, looks around, and walks away. However, if you've ever been by one of those outside markets, you know they keep a pretty close eye on that, and it only takes a couple of minutes that the shop owner grabs a hold of Sally's, got the cops over, and they take her away for stealing a can of peaches. So she gets to court, and you know, the judge realizes it's kind of a small offense, stealing a can of peaches, and he says to her, you know, did you take the can of peaches? And she said, well, yes, Your Honor, I did. He said, well, why did you take them? She said, well, you know, we're hungry and the economy's bad and so on and so forth, and you got to do what you got to do. He said, well, you know, that's really no excuse for stealing. How many peaches would you say were in the can of peaches that you stole? She said, I don't know, maybe six peaches were in the can. It's a pretty good sized can. 6 peaches, I'd say. And the judge said, well, you know, understanding your position, and understanding that that's no excuse for stealing, we're going to sentence you to 6 days in jail, 1 day for every peach. So you'll spend 6 days in jail, and that'll be it. At that, this Bob starts waving his hand frantically. The judge looks over and says, "Who are you?" He says, "I'm her husband, Your Honor." He says, "Do you have something to add to this case?" He says, "Yes, sir, I do." He said, "Well, you know, if there's a time to speak, this would be it before I, you know, finally hit the gavel. So what is it you'd like to say?" He said, "She also stole a can of peas."